Is you Latin, African, Jamaican? What's that accent? Bet you passionate when you're smashing. Have we met? You must be from Texas, girl. Are you from Texas? No way could it fool me, and it's so crazy, girl. Your body's so impatient. The way you move, no hesitation, and I can feel vibrations. You're so reckless.
Yo, what's going down? You are now tuned in live with Slim TV. I'm your host, Calvin Kosher. We got the main man, WAP. He is in the building. And nevertheless, we got the one and only Robert P.T.
The main
Primes
man.
in the building. So if you don't know what SLEM is, I've said it once, and I'm going to always let you know. It stands for Social Life Events Media, and that's exactly what we going to go in on, okay? So with social justice, the main man, WAP, he's going to take us on some business tips that we always need to know. He always comes through on business. I'm still learning, so we definitely going to lend our ear to hear what Brother WAP got to say about that. This is still National Entrepreneurship Month, so salute to all of the entrepreneurs that are out there doing their thing. So of course we have Mr. Robert Primes himself, who will be talking about his business and what he does. We're going to talk a little bit about the events that y'all don't need to miss that are coming up from now until the end of the month. And, of course, Mr. Primes will expound upon his music, because if you know Robert P.T. Primes, then you know about his single he had out here in the city. And you got to know him. He got another one. So we definitely going to go in on that. But without further ado, wait, hold on. Aside from National Entrepreneurship Month, this is November. So, we've been doing this thing called No Shave November. I see you working with you. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to do a little something.
Accident.
It's hard. It's hard. I'm trying to get like y'all. I'm trying to get mine to connect. You know what I'm saying?
I got a couple patches myself.
Yeah. We working on that. But without further ado, we're going to roll into this business. Let's get it. What I need to know about, brother?
Well, first and foremost, thanks to both of you for taking the time to be here, especially you, Robert. We really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to our discussion because I've had all kinds of thoughts and ideas around the hookah business, let alone everything else you're involved in. So I'm looking forward to that conversation. As you mentioned, it's National Entrepreneurship Month, so it's probably one of the more exciting months for me on the social justice side, because I care so much about, first of all, being an entrepreneur, but also supporting entrepreneurs, because I think that's what we miss in our community. Enough of us don't give back to that next group of entrepreneurs that are on the rise. So December of this month, next month, will be 20 years in business for me. So the Doo-Wop Agency will be celebrating 20 years. And I can tell you what I know today versus what I knew at month one was a very different journey. So I want to spend a minute on that. Just as a new person starting a business, what do you need to have?
Right.
And so I thought I came up with a list of like a top 10 kind of things you might want to check in order to check your own pulse on evaluating if you're, first of all, entrepreneur material. Mm-hmm. Because you're good at a skill doesn't mean you necessarily should run a business doing that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're better off leveraging that skill you have and allowing somebody else who has administrative skill sets to run a business. So I think we make that issue a lot. We make that fault in, we make a great, gumbo. And then all of a sudden everybody's telling us you need to start a gumbo business. Well, that's not necessarily true.
Right.
You should just make great gumbo and let somebody who knows how to run business do that for you. And we've got to come together. We got to learn how to collaborate. So I'm going to run these by you, Robert. You now being an entrepreneur and doing your thing, and give me some feedback on each one of these. But the very first one is know that being an entrepreneur is going to challenge yourself.
Right.
You're going to be challenged. Have you felt some of that already?
Yeah, for sure. You're going to be challenged.
Yeah, you've got to be open to learn. Like, if you think you're going to start a business and you've got all the answers, you're in trouble, because you're going to learn every day that there's things you don't know, and be okay not knowing, but also be okay learning.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
Learning from you.
Right? I mean, that's really important. The second thing I wrote down was do work you care about. Like, get involved in something that matters to you, because what they say is if you can set the tone that you're not working a single day because you're actually doing what you care about, then you're going to be successful because you'll go that extra mile. They say that it takes 10,000 hours. There's like this theme out here in the professional community that when you get to a level of 10,000 hours, then you have a level of mastery of whatever that topic is. And if you love it, then you'll put that 10,000 hours in a lot faster than if it's something you don't love. So just wanted to run that. Thirdly, take risk. Like,
Yeah, for sure. I definitely take a risk.
talk about that a little bit.
I never seen myself opening up no hookah lounge. I actually just rolled by, and I just saw an open building. I was like, man, that building empty. Like, it used to be a hookah lounge right there. And I'm really a ball player, so I can do music. But I'm like, I go out all the time anyway. I have a great following, so I know if I open up my own venue, I can get people to come out. So I actually went up there and tried to get the number from the people, and it took me a while. Like, they wasn't really talking to me. Of course, I'm young. I didn't look like tattoos everywhere. Like, oh, this man ain't serious.
Yeah.
But I said, a lot of people don't know the story, but I actually sat outside of that building for like a week. Like, literally, like, waiting to see if somebody gonna pull on that door.
Wow.
And I seen that man pull on that door. I was like, oh yeah, I got him. I said, 'cause I already know once he locked eyes with me, like, oh yeah, I got him. Like, I'm a genuine person. He can't deny me.
Right.
So he told me, he didn't tell me yeah right there though. He's like, we got a few people lined up. Like, we'll get back to you. I'm like, all right. Kept calling him every morning. I'm calling him, hey, good morning. Like, you want to have lunch? Like, Robert, I'll let you know. Then one day he just finally hey, man, you want to come by? Like, you seem like you really
you
interested.
serious, right.
Yeah. So I went and got it, and there it is. And I put money into it because it was actually like a warehouse. So the risk part was putting $14,000 into a building that you don't know if you're going to get $14,000 out of.
Right.
So it was like,
Yeah, you got that back last Saturday night. I know that.
we ain't gonna do all that. But at the same time, it was I wasn't scared. Like, I done took illegal risks before, so
Right.
why wouldn't I take a legal one?
Right.
So
Good for you, man.
That's why I see it that way.
Yeah, that's a real, and to all the brothers out there hearing that, I've always said that, I mean, my brother, he's been through a lot of challenges on his own, and he's in and out. And I've always said if he just leveraged because he's 100 times more knowledgeable in most topics than I ever could dream to be. If these brothers would just be willing to go through the time that it takes,
Oh, for sure.
then the success that they could have would be incredible. So we rooting for all you brothers out there that feel like, there's not a way, but there certainly is. And that leads to the next one, which is have vision. So the fact that you sit there at that door.
For sure. It was like I look at life like 4 quarters, like a football player.
Yeah.
So me riding by was the first quarter.
Right.
Second quarter, me sitting there. Third quarter, I'm gonna wait. After halftime, coach put me in the game. It's that simple. Like, I just ride it out.
Well, speaking of that, the next one on the list, and you can probably speak to this, that most entrepreneurs, we don't do this alone. I mean, as many know, Calvin has led the charge of SLEM Magazine in Houston, and it takes a team. And so the next one is find good people that also can believe in the vision. Have you had success, or talk to us a little bit about the people side?
I actually done it. I actually started by myself, and kind of still like it's still just me.
Okay.
And I be looking.
But you looking.
I want a team. Yeah. Like, I can't
All
do
right.
it by myself. Like,
So all you brothers and sisters out there.
I believe that if I can make, I'm just gonna give an example.
Mm-hmm.
If I can make $2,000 on one day, if I had a team, I can make $20,000 on one day. So why would I just settle for $2,000 when I can have a team of people and actually give a job to someone else to help
That's
them
right.
do what they want to do? So it's kind of like, I wish I had a team like a team that think like me though,
Right.
or
That's
better
right.
than me, or someone I can lean to and be like, hey man, I think I'm gonna make the wrong decision. What you think? Or we all sit down and make the decision. Well, okay, well, let's get these. Let's try out these hookahs because these hookahs ain't, So yeah, that's one of the things that you have to be able to trust the people that you
That's
that
right.
you bring into your business because not everybody gonna come in and have the same energy you have.
They won't.
Everybody have a motive.
It's on you to shape it.
So when you meet the people, you gotta look at them in their eyes like, what's your motive? Why do you want to work with me?
Right.
Like, what do Primes Hookah Lounge do for you? If you want to come work with me, like, like, do you like just being around people? You know, are you just trying to work? Because if you're gonna make it just a job, then I don't want you working for me anyway. Because what do you like to do? That's the first thing I ask a waitress. I be like, what are you good at? Can you set hair? Do you make makeup? Like, can you do girls? You know, what can you do? Like, dance? Like,
who are you?
Like, and they, when they answer, I'll be like, okay. If they start working for me, then in the back of my mind, just because of who I am, I'm like, okay, she got a cool clientele. She can do hair. I'm investing in some hair and some lashes. Now you just start working for
Robert
me.
will do it.
Now you start working for me. Now you got your own business.
Now you got Primes Hookah and hair.
That's right around the corner, though. You know.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, we talked
My
about
mind,
that.
I see it. I got it.
Yeah.
It's
next
gonna
one
happen.
up, bro. And you've already hit this, but take action. To be an entrepreneur, you got to be somebody. You're not waiting on nobody to tell you what an opportunity looks like.
If I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail doing it 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't that the
That's
truth?
PT right there.
Yeah,
That's
of course,
Robert
do the
PT.
time. Calvin's in that stage with me right now. He's doing the time.
Yeah.
Like it is literally doing the time.
Yeah.
He work. He dedicated. I know that.
You know, and it's good to always in business. I think one that gotta be on there is you want some good mentors in business. Like,
Right, for
that's
sure.
real. Yeah, cause if you wasn't good at what you did, well, you know, I would have been
Out.
Right.
Really?
Been somewhere shimmying.
Yeah.
ain't
Now
nothing wrong with a shimmy now.
now
Don't be doing that.
Now I'm trying to shimmy and get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it feel good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all
So-
come to this event we gonna have. I'm gonna shimmy on somebody.
Right.
That's right. That's right. The last thing, of course, is believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My name speaks for itself. Robert Primes.
Prime
I
time,
don't need nobody to compliment me or nothing. I believe whatever I say I'm gonna do it.
That's right.
Anything I ever wanted to do, I done it. Like, so I believe in me. Like, nobody gotta believe in me. I believe in me.
We're going to get into more about you. I'm excited about that. But that's, again, just for folks out there, it's National Entrepreneurship Month. If you don't know how to start a business, you're nervous, but you think you've got a skill set, there's a lot of books out there that you might want to read. The one that I recommend is literally about 18 pages. It's called Who Moved My Cheese? And if you check out this little book, I think by the end of it, you're going to find out if you're somebody that should be working in a business or somebody who should be working on a business. So that'd be what I got. Who Moved My Cheese? Check it out. Don't remember the author off the top of my head right now, but
I'm definitely
it's a
gonna
great,
go
great
read
book.
that.
It's short book, but it's almost cartoonish.
Straight to the point.
But it's so matter of fact on how it just lets you assess: are you somebody that should have a job? Or are you somebody that really needs to go out and do your own thing? So
Spencer Johnson.
take a look.
That's the author, Spencer Johnson.
Spencer Johnson, you're right.
I can do that book. You said 18 pages. I can do that one.
Yeah,
Something like
I'm
that.
definitely on that.
So check it out, man. But that's what I got for you this month or this week.
Hopefully one of these days you'll be introducing my book.
There we go.
I want to do
Yeah.
my book.
'Cause,
All
yeah,
right.
you need to come on with that, bro. I hope you.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So, one thing I want to ask you, Rob, something that you brought up, Wap, the last time that you was talking about that a lot of course, young people don't know. It has something to do with grants or the loans
Government
you can go-
contracting?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, can you kind of touch on that and I wanna see if you knew anything about that,
When
and
I
if
was in
not,
college.
like. Yeah, so what is that about?
So long story short, your large successful companies, particularly those that don't look so much like us, have mastered how to get government contracts. So when you think of whatever business you own and the consumer that you're trying to draw, the best consumer that you could ever have is the federal government. One, because the contracts last long and it's guaranteed money, right? You ain't got to worry about if they're going to pay you or not. As long as you got that in writing, you're going to get paid, and the contracts tend to go 1, 3, 5, even up to 25 years. So if you have a business that focuses toward any spending, then you can qualify your company through a procurement agency right here in the city of Houston or the SBA, which we're qualified through the SBA and Department of Transportation as a minority-owned firm. So we now get an opportunity to pitch government contracts. But the beauty is that when you land one of those contracts, well, the first beauty is they have to announce every contract that they are letting before they sign up with anybody. So you can just go on a website. We went through that a couple weeks ago on how to find those contracts. No matter what field you're in, there are contracts. If you're in the service sector, if you do whatever, accounting, finance, marketing, there's a sector. If you do building, you have building materials. If you sell supplies, whatever, there's a section on the website where you can find those opportunities and then respond to them. They call them requests for proposal. You respond to them, pitch your business, and you can get it. And if you get it, then it's ridiculous money. And it's some of the bigger contracts my firm's had over 20 years have been federal contracts. And so I'm just a big fan of, like, behind me, I open that door wide open and say, look, all you guys need to get over here because it's just a unique way of doing business. And frankly, most of us don't know about it. So in every sector, the opportunity's there. Your sector, if I'm just looking at like the hookah business as an example, just selling the product is there. Now, I don't know who in the federal government's buying the hookah, but somebody is, I promise you. And so you would find that, and then you would become a supplier to the federal government. I mean, I've got a friend, a frat brother, out of D.C. that just landed the contract at Southern University supplying actual weed so that they do all their studies and tests. So I'm telling you, there's contracts in everything, and it's worth like $18 to $20 million annually for him to do that. So, I mean, now imagine all my brothers on them streets, if they would get together, figure this business out, and actually pitch universities to be their buyer. So there's so many ways to do business. Yeah, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the truth. But that's you'd be shocked to know that no matter what sector of business government's buying.
Now I need to look into that. That's something that
That's some
I just
prime
learned.
time.
Right
The
Right.
weed
Nice,
part or the
man.
hookah? What you know?
That's something I just learned at this very moment.
Yeah.
So
That's some
that's
prime
great.
time advice right
That's,
there.
yeah, that's good.
But
news.
it's like
Federal
every
government
time
buys everything.
Every time he says it, it's just like, I think the devil just like want me to forget a little piece. I'm like, bro, tell me that again. Tell me again.
Yeah.
Like, it just sounds so good when he talk about it because it's like you would never
It's
think
like,
that,
wow,
right?
yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to that piece of information right there. So, Robert, bro, let's move in on you personally as the entrepreneur and just all around guy because you've had your hands in several things, and I know you personally from PV
You know.
all day.
Yeah.
You feel me? PV really does produce productive people.
I agree.
You feel me?
I definitely agree.
Yeah, I agree with
And not
that.
just myself.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
multiple. It's multiple.
Most definitely. So we had the pleasure of covering Robert P.T. Primes in our own magazine. If you haven't checked him out yet, we have him in the October issue. And this was pretty interesting. Even from the first,
I actually like.
yeah, man. Even from the first interview we did, you know, just hanging out at your spot at the Hookah Lounge, man. Really went in depth on a lot about yourself, what you've been through. You not even expecting to open up a hookah lounge at all. You know, you talked about the 4 quarters, talked about the music. You even expounded on some things you wanted to do. So, just kind of real quick, take us on this little journey from college to graduation and leading up to now. Like, what was that like for you?
Well, first I didn't even know I was gonna graduate from high school because I was a troublemaker. I got kicked out the last 6 months of school, but I was the only person in my whole entire school to have a scholarship. So the school decided to let me graduate anyway because I was the only person. Not the only African American, like the only person in the whole school.
Come on now, you got to shout out that high school. Where was that at?
E.L. Purr High School. Yeah,
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, E.L. Purr High School. I had a football scholarship. My first offer was from UT, then Texas Tech, whatever. But long story short, I ended up going to a junior college because I didn't have the grades. I went to Navarro, where I won 2 national championship rings. Yeah. You know, I don't really too
And
much
what
talk
position
about
were you?
kickoff, return, and receiver.
Okay.
I ain't got too much brag on football. I got YouTube and Google. So but yeah, my freshman year, like I was dope. I mean, my freshman year in college, I had 56 catches.
Yeah.
My second year, 72 catches. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah.
I was the man on the field for sure.
Okay.
But then I ended up leaving there. I graduated with my associates, and I was supposed to go to Oklahoma State, but something always happened. I got in trouble at JUCO. I still graduated.
Shout out.
Came home to PB.
Okay.
PB wasn't my dream school, but it made some dreams come true.
Right.
So it was more so of I got there and it was like I went on a few visits. I went to Lamar, PB. I actually skipped TSU. Because it was just like too close. I was like, nah, it's right down the street.
Yeah,
I always want to be away because I know what goes on back at my hood. I'm from Fifth Ward. So I got there. Crazy thing about it was a story that was always funny to me. I got there and the football players was always like talking about the guys that come from JUCO. Yeah. Man, you came from a JUCO, and you ain't nothing. They came straight from out of high school straight to PV.
Right.
So they feel like they better than you. So I was actually the number 17th. Literally, you know how you look on the board and you got the number, play sports. I was literally the number 17th receiver, like on the list, go to practice. They just started talking, and my second day of practice, I was the number one receiver, and I was the number one receiver since I was there. So I ended up getting hurt. Got picked up by the Rams. I tore my ACL, my MCL, and my PCL.
Damn.
I cried for about 11 days straight.
I know that's right.
Nah, seriously.
Yeah.
Didn't move, didn't take a bath, didn't buzz. I feel sorry for myself. I feel sorry for my family. I was like apologizing to everybody because I feel like I was the person that everybody was waiting on to make it. So it's kind of like a situation to where I didn't feel like I lost. I feel like I lost for them. So, and then I started, I came home, DJ Endurance,
Yeah.
I went to his house and we was in there just doing music and I got a problem came about.
Yeah.
I recorded the song, I dropped the song, and the song did 1.2 million downloads in like 7 hours.
In no time.
Jeez.
And I was like,
No time.
oh, snaps, I could do music. But I always said if I didn't make it in football, I'd do music. But I didn't want to do music. I wanted to play football.
I couldn't believe it, bro.
But when they did that, I
believe
was
that.
like, this is crazy. Like, I'm going places, people following me in the mall. Like,
Yeah.
hey, that's Robert Primes. Like,
Yeah.
like,
I remember that year.
Like,
That was
what's up?
crazy.
Like, then I'm at the yard, the PB, that's my school, you know what I'm saying? So
So you were in college still when you did this song?
I
Okay.
had graduated.
Okay.
But you go back, and
Oh, yeah.
But when I got
Oh,
there,
you went back a celebrity.
The people, like the people that you used to hang with, looking at you like, hey, bro, you want to take a picture with me? I'm like, yeah, bro, like, we're on the same team. Like,
Right.
That's just music, but like, we good. Hey, like,
Right.
oh, all right, hey, bro, you'll post me on your page? I'm like, yeah. Like, what's the problem? But then I really didn't take it serious until I started getting offers to play, like perform at the awards. And I performed at the Go DJ Awards.
Saw it.
I opened up for
Shout out
Kevin.
to High C.
Opened up for Kevin Gates. I opened up for all the big artists, Boosie, Yo Got It, and most of the time in Houston, promoters and people try to make you pay. But they never even looked at me like
Right.
no money. Because I always tell anybody, if you have to pay for your song to get played, or you have to pay to perform for someone, then wait your turn. Because that means your song not hot enough.
Say
So
that
I just-
again.
I-
Say that
I
again
just-
for them artists
I
out
just-
there.
If you have to pay to perform or to even have your music played on the radio, it's not good enough. Like, wait your turn.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, if I'm paying you to play my song, you're not paying attention to my song. You're paying attention to the money I just gave you.
Right.
So that means that's not. I've always been that.
You ain't ready yet.
I always been that artist. Like, High C used to always tell a lot of people, like, the reason we play Robert Prime's songs is because he never was one of those artists that came in a club and stood by the DJ booth all day. Hey, play my song. Hey, play my song. I never done that. I let my song speak for itself. And then I had an advantage, just to keep it honest with everybody. I'm a people person. So people, they gravitate to me. So it's easy. Like, it's easy. Like, it's hard for you to be one of those guys that want to, or a female or a male. Like, you go in there and you just have this ugly face, or you just don't, you have to smile.
Yeah.
These people not worrying about you. If you want to sell your music, sow some tea. Like be friendly. Like don't be so like, oh, I'm not a people person. Oh well, just song will never sell.
Yeah, you speaking about the law of attraction right now, and that's
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I've been here, I don't know, 6 months, so whatever, and I mean, when I met you, it was obvious,
Natural.
like this is somebody I need to know,
Right.
like you
I
have an
appreciate that.
effect,
Well,
yeah,
I appreciate it.
yeah,
And then when I graduated, now that situation was wow. I ain't even gonna stunt, like, cause every time we got closer to graduation, I just was like, man, nah, I know I ain't gonna graduate from college. I'm going to the hood. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm in there like, I'm gonna graduate from college, like for real. Like I'm the only person in my family to graduate from college, also.
wow,
So I'm like, graduation came and some came up like. PB, that's my school, but boy, when it's time to graduate, boy, they come out of nowhere with these B's, boy. you owe them all kind of money when it's time to walk. They're like, yeah, Mr. Primes, you might not be able to walk, and I'm not afraid to share this. Most people probably wouldn't share it, but I'm not afraid to share it. So I had some fines that, like, I couldn't afford. So it was more so of like, I had one of my bros, he had got locked up, and I used my money. I used my refund money to bund him, to bund him out.
That's love right there.
So when I bunded him out, I'm thinking like, I just want him to be out for my graduation, whatever. And then they come in there with, you might not be able to walk because unless you pay this, and I only had 2 days before graduation. So I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. So I just tell the last mother of my child, I tell her like, at this time we just friends. I tell her, and I actually I had a girl at that time. We was on bad terms, whatever the situation was. I don't remember too much. But what I do know is my friend came through and not the girl that I was with. And I'm actually still with that girl today. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, kind of like.
this is on, ain't it? Because it's being recorded.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, So it was kind of like, what I was getting at is like, I just feel like everything was in the way. Like damn, like I was just gonna graduate. Like,
Yeah.
So now,
Right.
So now you telling me I can't walk?
Yeah.
So the day
Sounds like you're somebody that overcomes obstacles no matter what they are.
right.
Like it sounds like you keep facing them and you just deal with
I've
them.
been facing them since I was 12. But you'll read about that in the book.
All right.
Like the book would be called "This Was Never My Dream."
All right.
We anticipating it.
You know what I'm saying? So when I tell people it was never my dream, when I say that, football was always, like I told you before, football was the only dream I have ever had in my whole entire life.
So you woke up, slept, ate, breathed football.
Man, that's all I knew. I ain't know nothing.
Yeah.
I was a guy that I would wear my pads to class.
Wow.
I would wear my pads to class with no problem. Like I wouldn't care what bro, take your helmet, put your helmet up. Like,
I know you didn't walk around with that
I was
helmet
like,
on.
I was like Ricky and Boys in the Hood. I carried football in the jersey on.
Yeah.
But so the thing was, I always tell people, I hear people be like, man, they ain't gonna, I know a couple guys that didn't make it and they still stay at home with their parents and stuff like that. They just gave up.
Right.
But like I always tell people, like, the dream is not really, the dream is in your mind. Like, because after I got hurt, music became a dream. I had another situation happen. Now guess what? Having a club is a dream because everything is whatever you put your mind to do. That's your dream.
That's good right there.
That's the only dream you have because anything I ever wanted to do, I done it.
So that goes back to Entrepreneurship Month. I mean, being nimble and able to like maneuver, like it sounds like that's a theme in your life.
Never
that
get comfortable.
Yeah.
Know that at any time that whatever you got going, it can be taken away from you right then.
What's the 3 BYOBs? You got 3 BYOBs.
The 3 BYOBs of life: build your own brand, build your own business, to be your own boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that?
I like, I'm
you
gonna remember that because we had Barry on the show, and Barry, she got some very dynamic quotes, is what I call them. She got like some nice stuff to say. It kind of give you chills. You feel me? So
Right.
when you said that, I took.
You remembered it.
Yeah.
I appreciate
So
it.
y'all gotta get on the SLEM
Build your own brand.
site and go to his.
Build your own
thing.
business
Yeah, that's
Be
and
your own
be your own
boss.
boss.
Be your own
Yes,
boss.
indeed.
And that's on his article.
And the last thing, for real, like this is something that I will always end on any speech because I want to do the life coach thing. I will always end with the speech: be willing to go alone because those who start with you won't finish with you.
They sure won't.
So that's one thing you just gotta know. Like this could be your ride or die every day, but no matter what, if he really care about you, you have to expand. He have to let you go.
That's right.
Some people don't want to let go.
That's right.
Everybody can't go.
We just had this conversation today about movement of people.
Everybody just can't go.
That's right.
Them your homeboys, but yeah. Sometimes your homeboys are just your homeboys.
Wow.
That's true. Rob, you got
Feel like you life coaching right now.
Man, sometimes I kind of zone out. I start going in a little bit.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's powerful.
Yeah, you have another song that's out right now. Really
Be Your Man it's out, but it's not out because I had to fix my cover art, but it should be up next week. And I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I like this.
You feeling good about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can
What's
feel,
it called again?
Be Your Man. But
Be Your Man.
But I can feel good about it. But it really don't matter how I feel. The women love it. So that's what I like. Women sell records and men buy them.
Yeah.
I know that's right. What about, I mean, where did the song come from? Tell us about it.
Actually, I was in L.A., and I was actually out there, and I just was like, hey, play this. I want an L.A. beat, and I want to be me on the L.A. beat, because it's like, not to downplay my city because I love Houston, but everybody just ride the same wave. Like, everybody is scared to do something else. And then it was more so me want to bring back a real R&B. So it's kind of like everybody want to rap, and everybody want to talk down on the women. Everybody want to say, oh, shit, let's flip her up. Well, what happened to the you know what I'm saying? Like, let me hold you down.
You the new Keith Sweat? What we doing here?
Nah. I got a song like that too. It's called Please. But that's another ball game.
Yeah.
But we're gonna stick one
little
song.
begging song. I like that.
I definitely was.
Whatever happened to them begging brothers on them songs?
It's funny though, because I just did a little video I was gonna post on Instagram. I did a little video in the rain and everything. So it's a funny video.
You didn't have on the little white T-shirt like MJ, did you?
Oh no! I had on my own little clothing line gear.
Okay.
Loyalty only.
All right. Shout out to Loyalty Only. Talk about that.
So
I see you got it on right now.
Yeah, I gotta keep it on. It's in my face, so it ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
No, so it's more so of basically just saying a lot of people might tell you they love you, but I know people that love you that'll cross you out. But if you're loyal to me, like there's no way around loyalty.
Right.
There's no other way. So
that's right.
It's loyalty. Like when I tell my brothers, I don't tell my brothers I love you. I'll be like, I'm loyal to you. They be like, I'm loyal to you too.
Wow.
Cause if you love me, that don't mean you won't stab me in the back.
Boy,
so
there's so many nuggets in this interview right here, man. I'm like picking them all up.
So that's just how I live.
No, I agree with you on that. Like you can.
That's just how I live. So it's
wow.
Cool. I'm that loyalty stuff though.
Yeah.
It's got to be in you.
Yeah.
Especially
Can't
in
just
business.
be on you.
No, you're right about that, bro.
Yeah.
Especially in business, bro. I think that's a crown jewel right there. Loyalty.
Yeah, I'm a team player though. Like I'm a team player.
Right.
Like when I say team, I'm a team player. Like I'm not trying to look like I'm over nobody. Build a team so strong, you confused on who the boss is.
That's right. Yeah.
You confused like, man, like so who is?
I be telling these brothers here in Houston with me as a new insider coming in or outsider coming in. I say, look, you better off with them not knowing it's me. Like it needs to be
you sound
us.
you sound like me.
It needs to be us.
My brother and them always talking about, well, that's the owner. I be like, bro.
Right.
Just tell them what this the rule.
Right.
They don't need to know that I'm standing right there.
Right.
They're like, hey, this how much it costs to get in.
Right.
You can't.
Here's
do
the
this,
product.
you
Let
can't
it
do
speak
that.
for itself.
Like,
It doesn't need. People don't need to know.
Oh yeah, my brother. No, I'm not. You're the owner right now.
That's
They
right.
talking to you.
Yeah.
Like I used to tell.
You heard this conversation before, brother?
Yeah.
Like
man.
Like I used to tell people. I'm gonna give you an example. Like growing up in the hood, where I'm from, Fifth Ward, Brewster Park, maybe you used to wear your brother clothes. We share clothes with cousins, whoever.
Right.
When you got that shirt on, that's your shirt. I'm
Right.
not gonna come to you and say, "Hey, bro, get my shirt back when you're done with it."
Right.
No, that's your shirt.
Right.
Like, someone be like, the girl be like, "That's a nice shirt." Oh, that's my brother's. No, it's not.
Right.
That's your shirt. So
Right.
wear it.
Right. That's right.
That's how I look at it.
Wow, that's powerful. Wow, you spitting knowledge.
That's what PT do. That's what Rob do, man.
You spitting knowledge.
Nah.
No, that's true.
It's natural.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to understand that. Back to that entrepreneurship month, like if you're engaged in a business and you're in the early stages, and maybe there's somebody who put up the money or had the idea first, but if you're right there at the table with them, that's equally yours.
Right.
Like now, whatever percent you decide or they decide, that's one thing.
Behind the scenes
But
yeah.
but it's yours. Like you have to own it. You have to be offended when the business is attacked, and you've got to be equally aggressive outwardly to to pushing
Right.
that brand. So
Because I do everything that they do.
That's
wipe,
right.
They wipe tables, I wipe tables.
That's right.
They mop, I mop.
That's
so
right.
It's like it's the same. We all doing the same thing.
everybody got to buy in. Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing, man. Yeah, Rob, I appreciate that. You know, when I listen to you, man, I take into account a lot of the things you say, man, because you have been through some pretty interesting things since you've graduated.
Yeah,
you know,
for
tonight.
sure.
And you got more coming, and we here for the ride, man, and see where it goes.
So
and
what
where it
is
evolves,
next?
man?
We
You
got
know?
the song coming out. What is next?
Right now, my biggest thing is really to start doing music more.
Yeah.
I actually put well, it's not all the way put together, but I can record. So I actually put in a studio in the back, in the lounge.
Yeah.
So it'll be more so when I do artist night, you know, I get to let artists know, like, you want somewhere to record, you know, come here.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of more so of and then I want to do more. I'm trying to, you know, which I know we probably, you know, y'all probably would be able to help me with that. It's more so I want to start what I was saying with the life coaching, but I actually want to stand in front of a crowd and talk to people.
Yeah.
Because I'm not scared. Like,
Oh yeah, and they need it.
and I want to stand in front of them and just tell them the real. Like, you know, I'm not going to be like more speaking spiritually and all that. I'm going to be speaking to you. Like, I'm not speaking. I'm telling you what it is. You know, you're a grown man, you're a grown woman. You know right from wrong. Like, I don't need no prayer to tell you that what you just did was wrong. So I'm going to be more so talking to the people and, you know, giving them advice, motivation. I ain't trying to be inspirational.
So if you could talk to the 17-year-old Robert Primes right now, what would you tell him?
Boy, that wasn't 17. You really can go back to 15. Cause
Let's go to 15.
I was a dog. I would just say more so of never not care what people think about you. If I had someone to tell me, I would basically be like, you don't have to bang. You don't have to be this tough guy all the time. I was always the tough guy. Like, I was the guy that jumped the gun for everybody. I don't care who it is. Like, and it was more.
Yeah.
I would basically just tell them, like, just chill. Like, just look out for you. Cause growing up, we seem to look out for everybody, but nobody's looking out for you.
Right.
Like, everybody you think is for you. No. Those older guys, they should have been telling you, nah, go play ball.
Right.
That's what they should have been telling me.
Right.
They should have been saying, go play ball. Because, whether you know it or not, I didn't start playing football until I was in 11th grade.
Wow.
I only played 2 years of high school. That's it.
And you got all that attention.
And somebody should have told me that when I was in middle school. You know, somebody should have said, nah, you know, I was sleeved up. I had my whole arms I've been having all my tattoos since I was 15 years old. So someone should have told me, like, hey, bro, you slow down. Like,
Right.
But it was more so I had older guys scared of me. I had older guys looking up to me. So it was kind of like, in the day and age now, you would, I don't like sagging. I remember growing up, my mom had a boyfriend, and he told me to pull my pants up. I just looked back at him and said, bro, you don't buy my clothes? What's wrong with you? Like, don't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? And my mom bought me a blue shirt, you know, and I was like, well, her boyfriend bought me the blue shirt. I'm like, I'm not wearing that blue shirt. But of course, you know, I was running with the with the Bloods or whatever. So, but as I got older, it's like sad. Like, I see people, I'm like, bro, pull your pants up. I be feeling like I'm old. I be like, bro, why are you saying like that's tacky as hell? Like, but you know, I mean, it took for me to see it myself though.
Right.
Like, see another 15-year-old that I care
That's
about.
right. That's right.
Because you can see other people, but if you don't see someone you care about, you're never gonna.
Well, the difference is that you're actually speaking up, whereas
Right.
they weren't doing that in your life, and so that
Right.
shows the evolution is finally, like, it's happening, like
Right.
you're developing, and I think that's the key.
I have a baby brother, and we actually twins. We look just alike, and I would actually tell him, like, I have never done a drug before in my life. He don't smoke. He wanted to be running with the Bloods with me. Nope, couldn't do it. I ain't let him. You know, he don't sag. He dressed nice. You know, so it's kind of like. And he graduate in December, and he'll be the second person in my family
Come on now.
graduate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Kudos,
So-
bro.
Claps up.
No,
Yeah,
and
man. That's
and
real right there.
that's my boy. Like, I got him. Like, you know, with all the stuff I had to do to get the money, you don't have to, cause I got it. What you need,
Right,
like,
right.
I'm gonna take care of that.
Right. Yeah,
with
he can
that,
cut out
bro.
them shortcuts. That's good.
One thing before we end, man, on this segment, you talked about the book Who Moved My Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of looked it up, and just from listening to you, there's a quote in there that I like that reminds me of you. It says, okay, check this out now. See what you're doing wrong, laugh at it, change and do better.
Right.
That's Spencer Johnson and Who Moved My Cheese.
Oh,
So
for sure. That's a good one.
I felt that. Like,
That's a good one.
when I read that, that's what I get off of you, because like you will laugh. I've seen you laugh at stuff like it's nothing, like, and then you know what you need to do
Right.
to fix and make
And
up
I've
for
been
it.
through it.
Yeah, so
But I
that's
know,
a
like,
bad
at the end of the
blessing.
day, like, there's nothing like that. You can only control what you can control.
Yeah.
So when a situation is standing right there, what you gonna do? You can't go around it. You gotta face it.
That's right.
Yes,
But
yeah.
the biggest thing for people to get over a situation, stop worrying about the people around you. Just get through it, because you care about what they think.
Mm-hmm.
When you stop caring about what people think, I used to be one of those guys that used to buy Jordans.
Mm.
You can't pay me to buy some Jordans now,
Right.
because I was only buying them because everybody else was buying them.
Right.
You know, so now it's like, I don't like Jordans. I was only buying them because it looked like I had money,
Yeah.
or it looked like, oh, I'm the cool kid.
Right.
You know, but now it's like, you really broke, because I was that broke guy buying Jordans. So I know you don't got no money. Like,
Right.
you got all the Louis Vuitton. That don't mean you have the money, because you
Right.
just spent all your money trying to compete with those people, and they don't even have it.
They don't.
You compete with people that don't even have what you got.
They don't.
Right.
So I had to learn that.
Yeah.
And now that I got it, I feel sorry for people.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
And kudos to you, bro. Your business. I believe in your business, and I know that it will grow.
Yeah,
It's some prime
appreciate it.
time business right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate
So
it.
everybody, we were excited to have Robert PT Primes come in here and really expound upon his business ventures with music and so on and so forth. And we know that what you come out with next, bro, we gonna cover it. We gonna be there. We gonna support you.
Oh,
man.
yeah, I
So we
appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah,
Y'all-
we appreciate you, bro.
Since the day I met y'all, man, y'all been rocking with me.
Thank you,
we
bro.
will.
I met
Yeah,
y'all at the
of course.
address
We
in the section. I remember like yesterday.
I do too.
And we
Gotta
got
know
locked
it.
in since.
Gotta know it. So check it out. If you're in the city, make sure you head over to Primes Hookah Lounge. It's always going down late hours, so you can turn up for what's the latest you close, man?
5 in the morning.
5 in the morning. So
10,
you can
14, St. Emmanuel Street.
definitely turn up. And he's having different events. He even had Ken the Man in there at one point in time, right?
Yeah, last month.
He had Ken the Man in there. And hey, shout out to Ken the Man. She was the up next feature in this month's magazine, man.
Okay,
So shout
that's
out to
what's
Ken the
up.
Man. We can't wait to get her around and really be able to speak to her. So nevertheless, y'all, some events. This is the 13th. So Kevin Gates supposed to be in the city doing this thing. So if you got to check out Kevin Gates, if you ever got to check out Kevin Gates, you say you opened up for Kevin
Yeah,
Gates.
most
up
of the
on-
time.
Yeah.
Actually, quick thing. I performed I Got a Problem at SFA.
Live.
And
That's live.
And actually, Kevin Gates was coming up next, and he actually grabbed the mic and made me come back and perform the song.
Now that's live.
He was
that's
like, "Who was
live.
that guy that just did that song? Bring him back up here." I performed the song for him live, and he took my CD. So yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
was cool.
live. That's remarkable right there.
That's cool.
Kevin
Yeah.
Gates. Aside from Kevin, we had the Throwback Thursday tour, of course, which is coming up on the 16th. You got Willow and Jaden Smith with the Willow and Aries tour on the 18th. We have Alicia Cara coming up on the 20th. We have Fantasia with Robin Thicke, Tank. They're coming. And Bonfire. They're coming to the Smart Financial Center on the 27th. So definitely check that out. And then when I found out that K. Michelle would be here on the 29th, it just blew my mind because I had no idea. But listening to the radio will give you so much information. So we're definitely anticipating that. And if you don't know, we're having a SLEM Winter Snowcase. It's coming. It's coming. So definitely check us out on social media at SLEM Global. You can check out our website, slem.us. Stay up to date with what we got going on. Check out our website and type in Robert Primes. Going to leave a comment on his article because it is there. Thank you, bro.
Well,
Looks
thank
like
y'all.
this too.
Thank
For those of y'all out there that ain't seen,
Right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
it is.
y'all.
Right here, man. So appreciate you, bro. Wap, did anything else you got for us?
no man, just excited. We got a casting call coming up, not this Sunday, but next Sunday at the A-Loft. If you check out our website, you'll see that for the SLEM Winter Snowcase that's happening in January.
That's going to be big. That's all we know. Nevertheless, thank y'all for tuning in. Stay tuned because we got more coming all the time. You have been live with SLEM TV. We out.
It's kosher. May God bless this night. One time for the show stars. Crown Royal on ice. Hennessy get you right. Baby girl, what's in your cup? You're having too much fun. You wanna know what I'm sipping on? Cause you want some. So baby, what it do? I'm tryna leave with you. Girl, I'm from the zoo. But don't be shy. Ride me like it's the rodeo, the rodeo, the rodeo.